All right, welcome back to Mr. PL's with Algebra 2. This is U5T1SLT5. We are using Venn diagrams to find probabilities. On the last video, we did determining whether or not it's independent events or not, and we did that by doing parallel probabilities. If these two parallel probabilities are the same, then we know they are independent events, meaning the probability of one event happening stays the same no matter if the other one happened or not. So whether or not this happened has no effect on the other one occurring. So if 300 over 750 is equal to 400 over 1,000, well, we know this one's 40%. 300 divided by 750 is also 40%, so these are independent events. That's a yes. Find the probability of A or B happening. So I'm going to assume this is A prime, B prime. Okay, so find the probability of both or union, probability of A or B happening. So if A is this, so that's these 3 plus 1 makes 400 plus these 450 makes 850 out of 1,000, which is 85%. It's basically everything except for this marginal data because these two categories are in A, these two categories are in B, but don't count this one twice. And the only one that's not included is the 150. Find the probability of not being an A. Well, that would be 600 out of 1,000, which is, well, it's basically right there, 60%. Okay, so using Venn diagrams. So Venn diagram is a way to represent all the items that are in one circle and compare it to the other circle and what's in between. And then we have the universe, which is everything that's being included all together. At a high school, our students play soccer. Some of them play basketball. Some of them don't. The information will be represented. Okay, so S stands for soccer. B stands for basketball. So people who play soccer would be, this is going to work better with a highlighter. So this is the people who play soccer. People who do not play basketball. So that's these people right here, but also the people in the universe. So basically, I'm coloring in everything that except for the basketball circle. People who play soccer and basketball, so that would be just these people in the middle. People who play soccer or basketball, so that would be all of these people because they play soccer and all of these people because they play basketball. And clearly the people in the middle are also playing both. So it's going to be everybody except for the outsides. All right, so we're going to use the same thing, but we're going to do it backwards. So given this would be the people who play only soccer. Only soccer. These are the people who don't play soccer or basketball. This one down here would be everybody who does not play soccer. Think again about how it was introduced. Complete the Venn diagram by writing the numbers of the students in the various... Okay, so... This is S, this is B, this is everybody. So how many students play soccer? Okay, suppose that 230 students play soccer. So I'm going to put that number on the top. 230. And I'm not going to put it on the inside. And the reason why is because I don't know if those 230 go here or what combination of those two spots. 190 students play basketball. And 60 students end up playing both. So 60 goes in the both. There are 500 people altogether. All right, looks like I have it all. So in order to get with this number right here, I'm going to do 230 minus, I need to reset calculator, 230 minus 60, and that makes 170. 190 minus 60 is 130. And then if you subtract these from 500, so reset, 500 minus 170 minus 60 minus 130 equals 140 is on the outside. How many students play soccer only? That would be 170. Okay, I think I'm going to skip all these because basically I've answered all these questions already as I was discussing. This is the people who play soccer only. This is the people who play both. This is the people who play just basketball. And these are the people who don't play either. Okay. Use the Venn diagram, find the probability. All right, so let F represent the people who fiction. E is the people who buy ebooks. Suppose that 62% of the books are works of fiction. So I'm going to make this out of 1,000 like we've been doing. 1,000 table. And 62% would be 620 works of fiction. 470 are ebooks, and 14% are available as ebooks, but not works of fiction. So that would be 14, which would be 140 right there. Now I can figure out the rest. 470 minus 140 gives me 330. 620 minus 330 is 290. And then subtract from 1,000. 1,000 minus 290 minus 330 minus 140. Left over with 240. All right, so we can make this ebooks and not ebooks, and this will be, what was F? F was fiction and not fiction. And we can fill in all of them. So there were 330 that were in both. There are 290 that were in fiction but not ebooks. There are 140 that are ebooks and not fiction. And then there was 240 that were neither. And then these total numbers also go on the outside. So fiction was a total of 620, which makes this 380. And this is 470, which makes this 530. Okay, so Rosie is using the given data to fill in the Venn diagram. Is she correct? If you read this closely, you're going to notice that it's not done correctly. 35 of the students are taking IB classes. That 35 should have been everybody in the entire circle, not just the people who are over here. These are people who are taking IB but not playing a spring sport. So it is done incorrectly. So you got the correct numbers, but it's not in the correct spot. It should have been 35 minus this number equals this, so whatever's in between. 40 students are playing a spring sport, so that should have gone here. And 15 of the students are taking both. Now that you know that's 15, then you can determine that's 20, and this would have to be 25. And there's your total amount done correctly. All right, thanks again for watching. I'm going to stop it right there, and have a great day.